Hey guys, Big 33 here with another RPG Maker tutorial. This is a repeat of my last video in a simplified version. So I'm going to start a little differently here. Go to my menu, go down to File, Load, File, New, Beginner. So now I have all the preset data. Just something you should do, can do. I don't know about should, but it gives you data to work with and gets you to the point of creating your own blank slate by deleting what you don't need. It's a lot of work and digging through the trash bin in this game, but it's worth it. I'm not going to do all of that. If you go to File and go down to Preferences, you can change your user level, and on hard mode you can edit every tab in the game and every script, even script marked hard. Normal won't let you do this, and beginning won't let you do what normal does, including not allowing you to do what hard does. So this is the best option. That's how I started. If you're at an advanced level, starting in beginner mode is suggested. Normal, a little more suggested for seasoned players. So I'm going to simplify a script I got into last time, and what that was is to create a repeating attack, and it's going to be a lot simpler this time. So start pretty much the same way I did before by creating events. And just going to create new data, and the event will be which. And the condition will be an unnamed flag, but we're going to name it, which will be the first available flag below sample flag 60, flag 261, sample flag 260, sorry. So what this is going to represent is if the enemy is alive or dead, but this is going to be a simplified script of that. I don't know what direction to face, because I haven't built the map yet, but I think south is generally good. And the start condition is touch, which means when you interact with the event, when you touch it, it will start. But it will only start if it is alive, if enemy A dead is off. So first of all, what I should have done first is go to Game Settings and Custom. Under the Custom tab, you can edit the flag variable and input names. So we're going to create one flag. This is going to be done a little differently, and this will be enemy A dead. And this determines, like I said, off it's alive, on the enemy is dead. And you can have it naturally start as off without changing anything, so that works. Now we're going to create another flag and call this Who's Next. My O doesn't work that well on my keyboard controller. That's the last flag we're going to create. Then we're going to create one variable, and it's going to be Who's Next. Variable. So that's all we'll need. So I'll go to the menu, and this is going to be really quick. going to the coding portion, which is scripts, pre-made scripts that you arrange. So we're going to call this enemy A. And the first thing we're going to do is put a script branch condition, and it's going to call the flag enemy A dead. It's going to create an if-then case basis if the enemy is alive or dead. So if it is off and it is alive, then another condition or variable, which is kind of like jelly beans in a bag. It's a certain number, and it can be increased and decreased, and you can have as many if-then case bases as you want based on if it's a number in between a number, greater than a number, less than, or equal to, So there's a lot you can do with variables, but you kind of fill it up or take away is what it generally denotes. Did I not name those? I didn't create a variable. Alright, exit. Wait, it needs HP. So, I need one more, I need a variable. So I'm going to go to Game, Settings, Custom, Variable. Did I create that up there? I can't do that. Gotta redo that. I can't, you're not supposed to use the sample scripts that affects the game. Good to make that aware now. So we're gonna have a who's next variable and one more. That was genius. That works. And now we need the actual HP for the enemy, because how can an enemy die if it doesn't have life? It's already dead that way. I guess that just doesn't work. So this is enemy A HP, and it will stand for the life force of the enemy. So that's what we need there. Update and exit. Come back to our script for enemy. For an event that's going to be the interactable, tangible portion of the code would be the event. So I'm going to create another condition and have it be our HP variable for the enemy. Enemy A HP. And if it is equal to or less than this symbol, 0, then the enemy will die. So we're going to put a flag in there. And it's going to say enemy A dead on. We don't want it to reverse, we just want to turn it on. Turning it off manually is easy enough. You could just reverse it in a different script. So I'm not going to create any sound effects, just something simple. So have the member have an effect of a single action where they move, make it work. He's the only member I have right now. Make it special at 60, and just so you can see it, that's what it looks like. And then have the events have an effect in a single action. Happy slowed to 60, and I'll show you the characters so you can see what it looks like. They basically all wave their arms. So after this enemy dead on, we're going to go to events and temporarily remove the event. So this removes it, but not entirely. Once you enter the map again, you then run the risk of starting the event over. But with this enemy dead on, it would have to be off again for the enemy to reappear. So that covers that. Just one more thing. Have the event transparency go to 100 in 90 frames. Just at 3 seconds. 30 frames is about 1 second in this game. So this code's going to be a little shorter. Let's start with an input creation and a button for constant wait. I also need a condition up here. Script branch condition variable. Enemy A HP is at or above, greater than, equal to or greater than this symbol. One. So if they have hit points, you can attack them. So now I'm going to do another if then case basis script branch condition for a variable and make it user button. This decides what button you press. If you press, for instance, user button 4, triangle, then this becomes active. Whatever number you want to enter when you press start on user button, you get a list of the buttons by going and selecting the variable and pressing start. That gives you info in this game. So when you press triangle, the player will attack first, and then the enemy will attack. So let's make this really quick. Members, effects, single action, work, special, and at 50%. I'm trying to speed up a little bit here. And now for the who's next script. So that needs to start up here for a script branch condition. No, it has to be a repeat. Script branch repeat. So it's an if-then case basis that keeps happening as long as the condition is met. So we're going to make this a flag, and it's going to be if who's next is off. So if who's next is off, the character event will continue to repeat, which is down here. So I have to move it. Okay, and then delete. And beneath this, we're going to alter the variable, who's next variable, and it's going to be a random number between 0 and 5. So there's 6 places, including 0. So 2 more conditions here. One for if the variable whose next variable is not equal to this symbol, three. So if it's not equal to 3, and then copy and paste that. So if it's not 3 or 5, then we're going to alter a flag. And what we're doing by altering this flag is we're switching sides between who's active and who's not. So now when I alter the flag who's next and turn it on, I'm turning the enemy's side on. So I'm going to copy that and paste it, and then copy this condition for the variable, for the who's next variable, and paste it, and edit. If it is equal to, and only equal to, it can't be equal to or greater than or less than, it has to be equal to 3, and then you copy this and paste it, alter the data to make it 5, so a 2 out of 6 chance that who's next will be off. And then copy this and paste it. Okay. I think I've got this. So you start from the bottom condition and go up and copy up to Burke single action, copy. Now we want another script branch repeat just within this script branch end, or separate of it actually. So input creation buttons, and the constant wait will just wait forever for you to input a button. And then to input the button, you have to go to the condition for the variable user button and whichever number you want to enter. Square and triangle aren't used in the game, so that's what I gravitate towards. Levitate. Levitation. Okay, so if user button is equal to 4, script branch, repeat if whose next flag is on. So we'll repeat if the who's next flag is on. Copy and paste. And change these to when the variable is not 3 and 4, it goes to the player's side. And if it is 3 or 4, on the odd chance, it goes to the enemy's side. So that covers that. So now I need to go down and make the witch make an action. So can't be a character, it has to be an enemy. So, or the event. So event effects, single action, happy, no special, Gonna show you what that looks like for the sorceress. Make this a little slower. Delete this. Now to deal the damage. We could just have them deal continuous damage. Yeah, let's do that. So, no, I just want to show you how it works. So, that'll be easy enough. So I'm going to create a visual effect here. I'm going to create new data, new element, and we're going to choose the 2D image and choose star for a 2D setup. And the blend is going to be normal, and we'll make the color as close to gold as we can get it. There we go. So gold star. And we'll just edit and start at the beginning, create a new one, and just update it. And then copy this and move it down 10 frames and paste it, edit it, increase the size, update, and then go back to the beginning, copy, and go 10 spaces past the second node and paste so it's within 1 second. And then by going to the right here and holding down, you go to the last frame in the effects grid. So we're going to name this Attack FX. So that covers that. And now go back to our scripts, into enemy A. And during all of this, who's next? On, off, who goes? We will have a visual effect. So go to screen display and effects. I think it's effects. On the member for attack effects with a repeat of 1 and the member as Burke. So update next is that. Okay, did that right. And then now we're going to put the same thing for the event. So event effects, screen display effects, sorry. Screen display effects, event, and attack effects, 1 occurrence, 1 time. Alright, done with that. Now I need a dungeon, so go to graphics, and the dungeon editor will let you make a dungeon, and the map editor will let you make a map. How they work is extremely different. Just leave it like that. Update and exit. Scripts, events, and then plug in our script to our witch in the apply section, which is what script is being called by this intangible thing, this event. And that will control what the event does. So we're going to make it enemy A and give it a model for sorceress. Now for an event placement, so we're going to create new and call this test something I do. Make the dungeon database the dungeon I didn't name. Good thing it's still in the queue. Alright. So back here, and then back into the test placement for the events. This is where you stick all of your events in the game, where you interact with them. So there's our witch, update and exit. Now for game, general settings, custom, now basic. I don't want to be in the preset town. Go to, no world. Ha! World organization, new lesson. So world organization is the actual existence, the physical, interactable form of events, objects, and everything in the game. The world organization is the placement of those things. So we'll call this test as well. And go to the dungeon and fill in that. And the events and fill in that. And the music, which I'll show you how to play music when you enter a script in another video. It's really, really short. Now for general settings, basic, make the location test. I'm going to start location right here. So update and exit. And now I need to go back because I forgot something. Under the Advanced tab in General Settings, you can set the initial value of flags, variables, and inputs. Flags are like switches, they're either on or off, and variables are like jelly beans in a jar. You fill it up or you take away. So we're going to set the variable of enemy. I don't need to do this. Never mind. I'm just overdoing things. Let's start. So there's not going to be any HP involved in this. I kept thinking there was, but I was getting distracted. So here goes. She died because she was out of hit points, so that did not work. Advanced variable. Enemy A HP equals, let's make it 10. He's not going to do any damage anyway. So let's start. So he hits. He hits. He hits. He hits. He just keeps hitting. I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. Or at least I think I do. I think I forgot to randomize the numbers in the script. So, who's next variable? Yep, I did. So a random number between 0 and 5 is where this needs to be. When it rolls to who's next variable, it needs to be a random number between 0 and 5. For both characters, or else they'll just keep attacking. That's why that was happening. My error. Fixed it. Alright. Sometimes this game is slow. So he hits, she hits, she hits. So you can see it's repeating now. He hits, she hits, she hits. I'm going to go until it repeats for him. Okay, it did. So anyway, that is the basics of how it goes. I hope I explained that okay. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.